Fraud is when a victim gives money for a service and they don't get what they paid for. That is exactly what has occurred with my home project at 167 Rock Road. The building contractor, Joseph Panola, took my life savings and destroyed my home. This is fraud. The most troubling part of the story is Babylon Village has an inspector that is personally assigned to each home build in our village. That he is there to ensure that the home is built safely and meets all the village and New York State codes. Steve Feldman was the inspector assigned to my home. And clearly, he never actually inspected this home. He couldn't have. Yet somehow, on paper, he inspected this home 8 times. This is also fraud. The village residents of Babylon, Farmingdale, Roslyn, and Lake Success should all be very alarmed by the fact that they are trusting a man to perform his duties and he is committing fraud. The unlawful and aggressive village mayor, Mary Adams, has shined a bright light on a much bigger problem now, which is systemic corruption. Her reaction to this fraud has been well documented in her display of lies, threats, and cover-ups. She has orchestrated a disgraceful campaign to malign me and my father's reputation. She has lied to village residents, to New York State senators, and to the Suffolk County police detectives, stating that I made threats against her and her staff. The only threats that have been made were by your very own Town of Babylon attorney, Lindsay Henry. You are aware of this, right? Is this an open conversation? Can we talk?
No, you have 3 minutes.
So I don't have to read a speech, I'm talking. You're aware of the fact that Lindsay Henry threatened my life, right? Mr. Schaefer, are you aware? Your town attorney, Lindsay Henry, the son of former district attorney of Suffolk County. Are you aware of this? Yes or no? You don't answer? You don't speak to people in these meetings? Because your town attorney, Jerry Guarino, sat down with me and he heard the audio tape. And you know what he said? He said he couldn't hear it properly. Do you have any answer to this? Why is this man still employed? No response? How come you responded to the other people that just spoke? Are you just looking at the clock? So what's your response to that? Clearly you heard the audio tape of your buddy, Lindsay Henry, threatening to kill me, right?
3 minutes.
Thanks.
Now meet Richard Schaefer, the unelected kingmaker of Babylon. Schaefer has held power for decades, pulling strings behind the scenes, making sure the right people, his people, stay in control. He's the gatekeeper, the enforcer, the man who ensures Babylon stays a rigged game. Then there's Lindsay Henry, the former Babylon Village court judge. Henry wasn't just some minor player. He was a key figure in the system that protected corruption. But then his mask slipped. Recently, he was arrested for strangling his own 17-year-old daughter. And yet, even after that, he's still being protected by the same people who cover for Mary Adams.